So we're continuing our conversation with Terra. Let's talk about an amazing, resilient woman.
I know.
You are definitely that.
So, I mean, after such a traumatic experience happened to you, now you're taking that experience and trying to help other people recognize these signs. What have you found that they have said to you when you explain to them your story and what they should be looking for?
I'm talking about red flags and what they should do. Well, a lot of the red flags is, social aspects of it. People that don't know how to socialize correctly. Like, someone could be extremely charming, and a lot of the times, people that are super charming at first, they want something from you. So that's a sign, but they could also just be a bubbly person.
Right.
So you just have to kind of trust your gut in that. Really, your gut instinct. Your body has so many cells in it. Your stomach has more cells than a dog has in its entire body. So, you have to trust yourself. And if you think about dogs and how they act about people,
they react.
They
have this other sense.
Yeah.
This other sense.
We have that too. So we have to use that and utilize that.
And so you go out and you're speaking now and you're doing, self-help kinds of things. What's the number one thing that people are so afraid of?
I think it's finding the love of your life and then realizing that this person is not who you've fallen in love with and not who you thought they were. Wow. And, as a woman and as a man, we're created to kind of come together. And so it's the scariest thing when, the person that you want to have children with is so evil.
I want to talk about your podcast now too, because not only do you go out and speak to people, but you have this podcast.
Yes.
Tell me what the name of the podcast is and what the goal of that is.
Okay, so my podcast is called Time Out with Terra. I talk to a lot of people, like friends, influencers, people that have interesting stories that can help other people. But I talk to a wide variety of people, and in that I ask them questions about dating. I also like to ask them questions about their kids, if they have kids, and parenting, because I feel like narcissism starts from parenting, and you could create a narcissistic kid. So it's really important to be aware of what you're doing and what you're putting out there, and to honestly change yourself if you realize that there's a bad pattern in it, and it's just moving forward. And hopefully people can listen to my podcast and be like, okay, I learn that, and I need to have boundaries up with this person, or so on.
I'm amazed at how, and I'm going to put this as delicately as I can. You don't appear damaged by what happened. You have definitely moved on. You're bright-eyed. You're a very positive, loving, warm person. I would think that someone who went through that would be very dark, would have no way of coming out of it. You obviously have come out of it and are helping other people doing that. How did you do that?
Well, I think that this is really my life purpose now. Before, I was grooming dogs, and that was great, but I didn't have a purpose in life. It was to make the dog pretty, and how far does that go? So I feel like when we started speaking out, it was at first kind of more so a therapy and to help other people, but then I started getting back feedback, and just that I've gotten back, it's been so great, because they've told me that they've left their significant other because they were a narcissist. And they realized that because they follow me on Instagram or they listen to the story. And then this one girl messaged me, told me that she got out of an attack because she did what I told her to do in a podcast.
Isn't that incredible? Well, it certainly is a mission in life that you have now found yourself on. And just real quick, how's your mom?
She's good.
She's good.
Yeah, we wish her well.
And we wish her, she's dating, and we wish her well. And thank you for coming.
Thank you for sharing your story with us. Really appreciate you being here.
Hopefully what has happened to you, somebody else can learn from it and be strong as well. Thank you, Terra.